Hey, everybody. Great weekend of college football. Who had it worse, the ACC or the Pac-10? Um, the dominant ACC powers, Clemson, Miami, Carolina, even Duke, lost games that they were expected to win. Maybe not Miami, but Miami didn't play well at all against the best team in the country. But the Pac-12 had it worse. They lost to some FCS teams. The only good thing about the Pac-12 is you had UCLA defeating LSU. Maybe the ACC and the Pac-12 need an alliance so somebody will watch them play, because right now they're still pretenders in college football. Sam Howell had the worst game probably of his career. Are his Heisman hopes over? I don't think so. There's still opportunities to play well. I think Carolina would need to go 10-2. He would have to have great games on national TV versus the likes of Miami, Notre Dame, FSU, Virginia. He needs to play lights out in those games and lead Carolina to the ACC championship and play well in the ACC championship. I think that's his only hope of regaining conversation in the Heisman competition. Wow, how should the state association handle playoff qualifying with teams missing games? I think every team should be measured as to whether or not they played 80% of their conference games. If that's not possible, then each conference should agree on where they go by conference standings or overall winning percentage. We've already had a ton of cancellations, and we're probably going to have some more. And so I think the state should give each high school conference the ability to set the standards for playoff qualifications. Should we have vaccine mandates for fans to attend high school games? Not at the present time. I don't think so. I think that's something that is going to be determined by the metrics as the school year goes along. We know from last year that at Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays that the numbers rose dramatically. I think if we reach that point during the winter seasons of basketball and wrestling and the other winter sports, then maybe you could come up with some type of mandate. I think it's too late. We're in the middle of the season already to say that students or fans should have a mandate to be vaccinated. I don't think that's fair, changing the rules in the middle of the season. Ooh, this is a big one. They had a shooting at New Hanover. New Hanover asked to postpone the game with Leesville Road. They wanted to move the game it was originally scheduled on a Thursday, and they wanted to move it to Friday. And Leesville Road basically said no. You have to put yourself in on both sides of the equation. The mental health of the kids at New Hanover is more important than any football game. At the same time, Leesville Road probably scheduled the game on a Thursday because Friday was a holiday. It's going to be hard to get officials on short notice. It's going to be hard to get people to work the concession stands on short notice, maybe even to get police security. I don't think it should have been called a forfeit, Howell. I just think that both teams should have been short a game. Should the opportunity arise to play it later in the year before the state playoffs, maybe they could have gotten the game in, but to call it a forfeit, I think would be insensitive on the part of Leesville. And then at the same time, I think New Hanover needs to understand if the kids' mental health is not going to be right on Thursday, what makes you think it's going to be right on Friday? That's only 24 hours later. So I think they should have come to some type of compromise, which seems that they haven't been able to yet.